Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. WBR1 coming at you live right now, and we are here for the AvT ODC or online round number 4. Joe, look at it, it is number 4. This is their fourth one for Black Ops 2. Fun times ahead for us all day today, of course. Bit of a later start, seeing as it is NZ based mainly, but a lot of Australian teams have signed up. 11 a.m. was the start for here in Australia, and of course 2 p.m. for New Zealand. Considering that they just hit daylight savings time starting this morning, I think they kicked in about 3 o'clock or so. As we are going to get first set up for our starting of the day, it's going to be winners bracket round 2, and we're going to see Team Damage up against Myth to kick things off here this morning. Of course, on the production side and co-caster chair, as normal as we usually see these days, is of course the man of Meister. Meister, how you going, mate?
I'm not too bad. I'm excited to see how this day will pan forth. We did have quite a few teams signing up to this competition. I'm not too sure on the total amount. I know it's over 35. Could be 37, I think it is. So that's actually a pretty good amount for this competition. And yeah, we should be starting up with this first match. Team Damage taking on Myth Esports. Bio, who do you think is going to take it out? Just looking at these overall teams coming into this one.
Yeah, I'm just going to message that from Freshly. Sorry, I will answer that question. I'm thinking that maybe Damage, you know. Like obviously the players' name, as you said, this is formerly known as Supremacy. So I'm sort of thinking that maybe we'll be seeing the Damage guys take it out. There's some good names in there. Nothing against Myth, obviously. But I just think that Supremacy could pick this one up. Hopefully they will. And hopefully we'll be able to see that out. I just got a message from Freshly. I wanted to know if they wanted us in game chat. Yeah, you know, for the CTF and hard points, for anyone that's going to be on the stream today, please do be in game chat for those times. And it will allow us to have listen-ins. Of course, S&D, go back to your page chat if you need to. Here's one in the background there on Sharp's screen. I think it's Sharp's either missus or mum yelling in the background. I'm not too sure which one. But these guys are getting set up, and away we'll go in just a moment. Of course, we are aware the brightness does need upping a little bit. That'll be getting fixed up for you also, don't worry. It should be fixed now, I've been told, so there you are. But away we'll go. And as we said, it was, of course, winners bracket round 2 to start things off here this morning. Hardpoint Slimes, S&D Meltdown, CTF on Raid. Now you'll note that S&D is the second game type there for the first 3 rounds. There obviously usually would see the S&D come in as the second game type for the winners bracket, you know, for the best out of 5 series. You usually only see the respawn game types for the first 2 games, you know, best out of 3, but it's a little bit different here. And, you know, I do enjoy S&D. I feel we'll see some good S&D matches. Vanquish now wanting to team kill again. I thought we were good, but Pastel's not spawning in there, Meister, so I'll have to end the game once again. But, Meister, did you want to take us through the lineups for both teams?
Yeah, we do have, from the Myth side, we do have Pastel's there who obviously couldn't connect in. We also do have Vanquish, It's Dill, and I'm a Rainbow playing for this lineup. Now, I'm not too sure if it's an official Myth lineup, but, you know, they're playing under their banner. Now, for Team Damage, we got Fitzy, Frishy, Pulse, and Sharp. And, you know, these guys have been playing together for the most part, most of them anyway, for quite a while, you know, playing under that Supremacy name, so they should have quite a bit of team chemistry going for them. But, you know, one of the people in this lobby did actually just leave, maybe, you know, the person who couldn't connect in, so hopefully he'll rejoin us back soon. And we'll get things underway, as you mentioned, by Slums coming up first, Hardpoint, then followed by S&D. And now you mentioned that S&D will be the second map, and you love seeing S&D. I personally love seeing it as well. It's personally my favourite game type to watch, and it's a bit disappointing in the best of 3s when you can't see S&D until you get to best of 5. So
that's exactly right. You know, obviously S&D being where, in general, for Australian or ANZ COD has come from. You know, we're obviously all S&D past, and that's where we've all started with. For those that have been around, the veterans, if you will. And it's just one of those things. It's obviously where I got started in the casting scene as well, and it's just one of the game types that I've always enjoyed. No matter how many games of Call of Duty come out and how many we keep on changing over to, S&D I think S&D will always be there. It's always seen as that, you know, that defining game type, especially when you look at, like, you know, the big 4v4 games that have gone down and how intense it can come into when it's just an S&D left, and it goes right down to that very last round and some clutch plays that come out of that. These guys are still waiting to kick back into it. They were just talking about hosting-wise. I think they were happy with regards to the host. They'll probably just stick it out with the one host for the whole series. I'm hoping. You know, a lot of people this morning were like, "Oh, who gets host, highest seed?" And there's no real seeding in regards to, like, points and stuff like that. You can use, I guess, if you wanted to, the numbering system that are based there in regards to the challenge bracket. Now, that's just based off, I think, registration names. So, obviously, if you registered at whatever point, that's where your team was then placed. You know, if you were the 5th team registered, you got fifth seed. So, it's something like that. But, you know, there's no actual official seeding situation in that regards as you may be typical, like being aware of in the past for other competitions. So, you know, just try and sort out a host. The admins are there to help. Obviously, Cam Deadly and your key Eminence, YK Eminence there will be in the background. I think Eminence is actually playing today as well, but he's also just helping out the admin side of things. Sparzix is at a event cast, actually emceeing the Kin.com 1 versus 100. And a little shout there. Kim.com's wife was asking Sparzix, like, where's the normal caster you get from Australia? I'm like, well, he's in Australia, but he's at home. I'm not over there casting. But we're here with Vanquish to kick this one off. And we're going to see what these guys can do on the MIF team, of course. He's going to head to this right past Memorial side. One player he throws in there, Sharp. And straight away, first blood of the game is going to be on Sharp while he was waiting for that mate, outside Mechanic.
Yeah, we do have the team of Team Damage actually currently in this hard point. They didn't get the first points on the board, but they're managing to regain control at the moment. As I say that, Vanquish just goes straight forward. We'll take down Fitzy. And Pulse actually gets a nice double there as well to get the control back for his team. We did have one of the Myth members over on Memo, but he got taken down. They're coming through now through this blue side. They got taken down as well. Now, they did spawn over near Dump, so they'll now be pushing forward through this grave area and then try to push forward. But as you just saw there on your screen, they got taken down. Now, so team of Damage are leading 27-7 at the moment. 1 minute just being passed. You got 14 seconds still left on this hard point. And now Team Damage are going to go set up on this next hard point.
Yeah, the back of blue, Vanquish trying to push out there, and he just charges it nicely. Pastel is just getting those last ditch effort points from inside Statue Hill. As he's going to head down now and try to get back in that soccer field. Fishy down there, they'll the Scorpion, even though take him down. And he's on a 3-score streak. Inside that hill, if he can try and control it, he'll be able to get some score streaks up a lot easier with that plus 25 that comes from the defending style. If he can just stay alive long enough, obviously his teammate is there with him. I believe it is Sharp on those mid-stairs as Fizzy rotates out the back there. Sees the player pushing and will take down Pastel. He tries to come and sneak around behind there. So right now it's 58-9. And as I called it, you know, the team formerly known as Supremacy, now known as Damage, in a nice little lead at the start here for this hardpoint of slumps.
That's exactly right, and they're just stopping Myth from pushing forward onto this hardpoint. You know, 25 seconds remaining. There was one coming through, parking a lot, but you know, he got taken down. Now Pulse actually does have his Hailstorm missile, a couple more kills. He could get his Lightning Strike and his War Machine if he managed to stay alive. Sharp's just going to be getting the remaining 10 points of this hard point for his team to, you know, get it around 95 points, around about there anyway. And the team of Myth, you know, they've just played it smart. They've set up for this next one, or they've attempted to anyway. Kill streak's going in. He won't pick off a kill, and hopefully the team of Myth will be able to just keep themselves alive, able to hold them off, push back Team Damage, and able to do something after that. But as you can see, their Team Damage, they're just pushing forward. They're getting these kills, and now they've actually got a mechanic side, so they'll be pushing through both angles. And Pulse actually gets a nice double kill there with the use of his streaks, and is able to clear that hard point and get it back for his team.
Pulse very close to that War Machine. Actually, sorry, he did die before, so he won't be close to that at all. However, Sharp is working his way up to some streaks. He has a Lightning Strike Hellstorm combination just an inch away. There's a player to stay in back alley there, as he knows he's right there. He just wants to get this kill, he wants to stay alive at the same time. There's one kill, an easy assist, but behind, I think he got picked up prior. He did indeed, so no streaks for him. As the guys from Damage are in that lead, 125-23 right now, over a 100-point lead. And Hill's going to rotate in 5 seconds from Junkyard to Mechanics. So now Damage will get set up in there. Myth will try and break that. They've really got to dig deep here at the moment. We have a look at that scoreboard. You know, having a bit of a struggle. You got 9 and 10 for Vanquish, which is actually MVP right now. They're actually his team on 4 and 10, 3 and 12, and 4 and 8 there. But Pulse, a massive game from him from the Damage team, 14 and 6 at this time. But 50 just trailing behind him on 10 and 5. So right now, Meister, the Damage boys are in that lead. They are controlling this map fairly well as they try and break this Mechanic Hill.
That's exactly right. 152-23 is the scoreline. 6.5 minutes remaining. It is contested at the moment. Sharp trying to get the kill, but no, he'll get taken down. And now Vanquish is currently in there, but he does get taken down by Pulse. Now Pulse is going to be the one there getting the points for his team. As you can see there by the mini-map, one's coming through red, Van, and he'll actually manage to get in the hard point for a second before getting taken down by Sharp. Fitzy will take out Rainbow as well. Vanquish take down Sharp, and with only 8 seconds left in this hard point, they're going to be sending up back to the original hard point over near that middle statue. Now, Team of Myth, you know, they're getting a couple kills there now, but what they haven't been able to do all game, it doesn't seem like they're doing it now either, is able to just stay alive and get a consistent setup going. Now, to win these hardpoint games, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to stay alive, you need to get a good setup with your team, all being alive and just being able to slay them as they try to push forward.
You know, slaying wise, the damage players do have that down in that regards. You're going to see now Freshie trying to push inside a mid. He gets picked up fairly early by Vanquish though. No John over to Vanquish from the MIF team. Jonathan MSMC working his little way up to that. Helps so much for a combination. If he can, he'll be happy. One player inside of blue, another player was inside of grave. He didn't see him, but I don't know if he called that to his teammates. As that player's now pushed on through in that smoke. He's going to try and juggle this hill. Of course, for those that aren't aware, juggling the hill is where you duck out and then duck back in while it's contested. Get the kill and you'll get that plus 200 when that player dies, provided you actually kill them. There's the Hellstorm. He's very close to this lightning strike. Of course, the assist away. He's going to give up though, Mike's. They'll rotate back and around. Help his teammate here of Rainbow out just to try and control this next hill as it rotates down the bottom.
Yeah, they did a good job there to just try and hold off on that original hardpoint. They got a fair bit of time off it. And I think it was basically the first hardpoint that they've actually been able to do that. Now, they are getting still more kills on the team damage side. As I say, that Freshie will actually take down their anchor. And they might be trying to make a play from that area. Now he's actually over there, so I'm going to jump over him. He's on that parking lot as Pulse will take down Rainbow as well. Hardpoint is being contested at the moment. Pulse trying to push in. His teammates are going forward as well. They managed to get a kill each, and Freshie able to help his teammate Fitzy with getting those kills and able to get that hardpoint for themselves. It was a nice team organized push that they did there, and it basically worked just because of the team chemistry that did and good communications to be able to push when they did at the right times. As I say that, those spawns from the mid side actually spawned them at parking lot, and now Supremacy actually did spawn on the next one, so that's actually going to be a help to them as they set up for this next hard point.
It is an 80-point difference right now, of course. Damage are in that lead still. That hill set to rotate the junkyard now, and we're going to hopefully see Damage, get over the 200-point mark in this hill. Here comes a bit of a hellstorm though from Vanquish to try and clear some players out. He picks up 50 though, who's trying to just duck away inside of Mechanics, perhaps fix his car in the process. Vanquish now pushing inside of Blues, the player cut across. It's going to be Sharp coming out. One player though did not see 50 off the respawn. And with that Edo taking him down, of course, Damage do have that 200 mark pass now, and they are almost 100 points ahead on top of Myth once again, but at this time, Myth are inside the hill there at Junkyard and trying to get some points back into this game, fighting alive and kicking it in that regard. Only 3 minutes remaining here, Mike, so still mathematically possible and still plenty of time for Myth to answer back and fight alive in this one, but, going from Junkyard to Mechanics and then obviously back to Middle Statue, I'm sort of thinking that from Mechanics, if not, it should be almost wrapped up in a little while heading into that statue coming in that last rotation.
Yeah, that's exactly right, but you're also going to keep in mind that Myth were definitely behind by over that 100-point mark, leading up to close to that 150-point mark, and they managed to come back up so far. Their momentum is going after that. They're trying to push forward. You see there, Pastil's going to get the kill on Pulse. Sharp's going to take him out though, and Dill and Vanquish getting 2 kills of their own. They're forcing the team damage side to actually spawn out and make them going to push forward. As I say that, Fresh will actually take down Rainbow, but the mid side, they're playing extremely well, definitely better than what they started playing off in this map. Still 2 minutes 20 remaining, still plenty of time to catch back up, but they need to keep these consistent setups going like they've been doing the last couple of minutes.
As we will see the hill located in Mechanics at this time, 20 seconds remaining on that. But you're probably right, Myth have actually answered back very nicely here. They've just lost control of that hill, and Damage do have it once again, but they got fairly close. Obviously, we're down by over 100 for the most part, brought it back within 50, but right now they've given up pretty much on Mechanics. Perhaps a bit too soon. Maybe they should have contested that just a little bit longer. They're going to try and get the statue hill and try and hold that down, but they're now allowed Damage to be 24 points away from taking this first map out. If they do that, then all it is the S&D win that's going to be coming out next, and that'll be game, set, match for these guys, and that'll put Myth into that losers bracket. But of course, Damage still has a little ways to go, 24 points, and they're not dead just yet, as Myth have hill control right now. Forget this double here, and Rainbow trying to clear up this kill, gets taken down by Pulsar though. That MSMC would have had some streaks off that if he had survived Mikester, but right now Damage did get a couple more points out of that. Hill still has 30 seconds left at statue before it rotates down the bottom on green. I'm sort of thinking that this should be game on that next rotation.
That's exactly right. Team Damage only need to hold this hard point to be able to take out the win, but Myth's still pushing forward, and Team Damage now shutting them out yet again. As I say that, Sharp will actually get taken down. I thought it was able to take that one. 10 seconds remaining, so it's definitely not going to end on this hard point. But Team Damage side, they're on this next one. They know they only need 14 seconds to take it out, and they're trying to hold it desperately as much as they can. But the mid side, they're pushing forward. They're hungry for these kills. They want to stay alive, but it's still only 40 seconds remaining. It's not possible for them to win anyway. But still trying their all regardless.
As we'll see the 250-point mark just hit on over in Damage's favour. That's going to put a series score to 1-0 to Team Damage up against Myth here. We'll have a look at that scoreboard in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, as this running kill cam will come across. Freshly, of course, picking that with the M801 in hand. I'm just going to bring that scoreboard now for you all, and we'll quickly run you through all that. But if you quick look at that, 31-21 for 50 pulses on 30 and 25. So a nice little start to the day. I'll take you through the rest of them, just I was saying all that as well. Just give me one moment, ladies and gentlemen. Just got to bring it up. I wasn't really ready for that. Here we are. As I said though, Fitzy on that 31 and 21, and of course the last two digits of the state are the captures and defends, and 6 and 7 for him. Pulsar 30 and 25 are 4 and 9. Going to Sharp on 29 and 24, 5 and 8. And 23 and 21 for Freshie on 2 and 2. And then rotating over to the Myth team, Vanquish 23 and 28 and 5 and 3. Going to have this Doll on 22 and 28 with 5 and 5. 20 and 27 for Pastels on 6 and 5. And then Rainbow 26 and 22 for 2 and 2. So score-wise, KD-wise and stuff, it's fairly a nice little spread there for both teams. But just in regards to the rotations and the hill lockdowns, obviously when Supremacy's favour in the long run, that allowed them to pick up that victory there. But Mike's S&D meltdown now. I did tip Supremacy to take out that hard point, but I'm sort of thinking maybe Myth could answer back in on this S&D.
Yeah, definitely. They did play a bit rusty, I guess you'd say, on the opening. Managed to bring it back. They know that they can still play to perform. To be able to take out these maps out, they just need to do just that. They need to get organised pushes, organised setups, and with this S&D, they might be a bit more comfortable with it over the respawn game types. We're about to find out, I suppose. But it is looking like Myth, they do have a chance at it. It's not like it's a one-sided contest. And Team Damage, they might take it out themselves if they keep playing the way they were playing at the beginning. But S&D is a different game type. Teams play it. I've noticed teams play it a lot differently in terms of their respawns. Some teams can be good at both, obviously, but some teams like to prefer themselves on either S&D or those respawns. And I think we're about to find out which these teams prefer.
Just listening to Pulsar there in the background. We're trying to figure out what's going on, but right. Yeah, this tournament, they were a little bit worried in regards to the rules, so they just wanted to make sure they had it set up right. They were talking about kill cam and stuff like that, and it's obviously it's in someone's file share they're grabbing this rules from. I don't think AvT actually had them set up, and that might be why, but I'm sure it's fine. They're just making sure that it's all good and making sure that everyone's going to be happy in that regards. I'm hoping for a nice close one in this S&D, and I am hoping that Myth pick it up. That way we'll see a CTF there, Mike, and it'll be a good way to start things off. I remember the last one you and I casted, which of course was last weekend, ACL, and that was the first series I believe we saw go all the way to the last game top last round. It was a beautiful way to start the competition off, and for that it was a round one matchup, and it was the best out of 5 all the way down to that last and final game top of that S&D. And it's always a good way to start the day when you see two close teams go head to head, back and forth in regards to rounds, and we see it come right down to that wire, and it's going to be a good day in regards to the competition. I believe we had about 30, I want to say like 36, 37 teams signed up.
37, I believe it is.
Yeah. So 37 teams signed up for this, and obviously there was a bit of an issue there as everyone has been aware that the AvT website has been going through some technical difficulties in regards to server and hosting and stuff like that recently, and it was a bit of a little bit of a mess trying to get this organised, obviously, because everyone usually goes to the AvT website to register for the ODCs. Had to get moved to CyberGamer's website midweek, and then people have to sign back up, and you try to remember who actually had signed up and stuff like that. So a little bit of confusion, but I think we still had a fairly solid turnout. I know I saw a few teams like just yesterday saying, we'll put a team together, let's get some players in, and hopefully, obviously people are having a good day today. This is another weekend in a row that we've had a competition in regards to ANZ COD, and it's just week after week.
You also got to keep in mind, Bio, that the registration of this had teams having to re-register if they already registered before. So technically, registration opened 4 days ago in terms of this because of all those difficulties. So getting that amount of teams, that's a pretty solid effort.
Just reading some things there, but into the rounds we'll start things off. Of course, it is S&D on Meltdown here. I'm here with Pastels from the Myth team, rolls that MSMC. Does have the bomb in hand as well, as he'll be trying to challenge here at the B bomb site. Of course, his teammates are there behind. There's one actually flanked all the way through underpass and straight on the backside of A. There's a nade rolling on through. He actually got a kill though on Pulsar. who was sitting at the back of Turbines outside of Yellow. Now, just a minute remaining, 30 seconds gone in the game, as no players from the MIF team yet to get picked up, but one player, of course, from Damage, who got taken down, but Freshly trying to even things up, picking up Vanquish, who was working that flank with that Remington shotgun just a moment ago, Meister.
Yeah, and Bastilles did get shots on from that Turbines area, but Dill will take him down with the scope. Freshly answers back, and that becomes into a 2v2 situation. Now we do have Dill with the M8 and a scope in hand. Now he's going to be proning up to this bomb site, trying to pick it up, trying to be a little bit sneaky as well, but as we see by the minimap, there is one of the Team Damage players over on Turbines, most likely with the scope, and there's also one from that mid as well. You know, Rainbow's with him for the mid side. They're just basically trying to push forward into this B bomb site over near Turbines. The nade nearly taking out a Rainbow from his teammate. That would have been funny if it happened, but not for them. And we have shots coming from that mid. Sharp will take him down, and Rainbow is now the last one alive. Picks up the bomb. 8 seconds to make something happen, and he won't be able to plant the bomb, but it doesn't matter because he gets shot in the face by a shotgun.
You know, he's challenging there. Obviously, like he said, not enough time to really plant the bomb there. He would have got picked up anyway if he had tried. Freshly rotating around there at Turbine, staying with the Remington, and picked him up very easily there. So into the next round, we'll go, of course, now the guys of Damage have the round lead 1-0 now, and if they, of course, they pick up all 6 here, they'll be taking out the series 2-0. Into the attacking round, let's find out who's going to be the bomb carrier. Let's just wait for a second. It's going to be Sharp, as he will roll with the DSR 50 to try to change it to the M8A1 right here. Now, it looked like he was going to roll with the DSR 50, and perhaps maybe an overkill for MSMC, but he decided to change it on up, run with the assault instead now. And he's sort of playing out wide right-hand side, and play behind the bomb there on B. Now they know he's there, the shot's going to go out. Hopefully he's got the call to his team on 50. 50 should be able to poke out to his right and get that kill fairly easily, actually. There it is there, finally comes on out. As I say all that, Sharp now pushing on up, his teammates there as well, Pulsar. Just making sure the bomb is all clear. On the opposite side of Turbine, Pastel's been a bit sneaky there, staying alive for as long as possible, putting some tags out now on 2 players that are there challenging him here, Mikester. So now it's pretty much a 2v1 outside here on the B bomb site area, but they've got to watch out because the flank could happen at any moment.
Yeah, but the bomb will be going down over on B, and you know, Sharp needs to be careful because he needs to get out of there, but at the same time, if he does, he could get taken down. He's playing it a bit smart there. Scope's going off though, as Freshie will take down Vanquish. 3v2 it becomes, and now the 2 left alive for the mid side. There's got Pastilles and Dill, as Pastilles does take out Fitz in a nice couple of shots there, bringing it back to a 2v2. Spots one on the bomb side, will take him down, but he gets taken down in the back. Freshie taking on Dill here, and it's that 1v1 situation. Tags going on, and he's actually backing out. He's trying to stay alive. Shotgun's chasing him, and will he be able to do something? Freshie is chasing, is retreated back onto his turbines. Now he knows something needs to happen. He's going for this bomb defuse. Can he get the kill anyway? He will, but he doesn't have enough time to go for that defuse. That will be 2-0. And, you know, he did stop him. He was on a 5 kill streak, the man of Freshie. So, you know, he did stop him in that regards. But 2-0 is the score at the moment in the favour of Team Damage. You know, they're nearly halfway there.
They are, and I just wanted to note that when it was that 1v1, when they first got down to the 1v1, Freshie was just rotating just here. It was almost the exact same round in the kill cam. He was up there at Turbine, his last player was down the bottom of this below stairs, and he always talking about the shotgun once again. Obviously that time, they still lost the round, but he did stay alive in the end. Now, if there's a put a Niff back on the attacking side of things, we're going to stay with Rainbow to see what he's doing for us. DSR 50 in hand, of course, looking towards that top mid connection side. Can't see no players challenging early off in the round, so we won't worry too much about that. Looking at that breakout, though, you know, it's a fairly slow push here from the MIF team. You know, they do seem to just not really want to hit a bomb site that quickly at the moment. They haven't really, I guess you would say, committed to a bomb site. You know, you got Pastel, he is close to B, but he's not pushing all the way up there. He's just chilling back there at stairs, just on their platform side. And you did see a bit of action happening in that area. There goes with 1 kill and 2 with Freshie and 50 both getting 1. Freshie getting dropped by Dill's nade afterwards, though. So it's the 3v2 here in the round, Mikester. And these guys should be hitting up this bomb site here at B in just a moment.
Yeah, I actually jumped on board with Dill there as he got shot clean in the chest from that scope over near that platform. Now, Pastilles is the last one alive, 1v3 situation. He does have the bomb, so he doesn't need to wrap around anywhere to go pick it up. He's getting tags on that platform area. One's trying to push him down. He'll get the kill there on Fitzy. Fitzy trying to be a little bit cheeky. One's on the flank, and unfortunately, he just wasn't able to get the kill. That'll be 3-0 to Team Damage. And you know, they are now halfway there. We have the round in the kill cam there by Sharp. You know, he was just going on a bit of a flank, and unfortunately, Pastilles just, you know, was in the middle of the run. He got caught, and Team Damage are able to walk away with that round. We're starting up on the next round though, and it will be Team Damage is attacking round there. So far they've been playing strong. You know, we got 2-1 for Sharp, 6-2 for Freshie, 2-3 for Fitzy, and 1-2 for Pulse. Now for the Myth side, we got 5-3. Pastils, Dill has 3-2, and then 0-3 for both Rambo and Vanquish.
Just wanted to note, I'm just on here with Fitzy right now. These guys pushing in here at A in sort of cooling tower. Now, Fitzy actually has the either on. He's got the millimeter scanner on top. I didn't notice that Dill has the limited of a millimeter scanner on top. So there is a bit of a challenge right now there in the middle. The 2 millimeter scanners. Fitzy's just banging away at the wall, trying to find a player. This kid wanting him to challenge him. But Raymond did circle around the back. He picked up Freshie. However, there's Dill coming in from mid, picking up Fitzy. It's a 2v2 right now here, Meister, as Pulse and Sharp try to stay alive inside the schooling tower. Sharp picks up one on Dill. Now it's a 1v2. Dill's Pastel's by himself, sorry. Running around the back, he picks up Sharp. He has time, 20 seconds left here on the clock. Needs to find Pulse and get the defuse, but Pulse are just waiting for him. Knew he was there, comms to come out, and obviously being that party chap does make the difference. As his teammate would have told him, he's come back up the stairs, away he goes, just hitting that right on mark. And 4-0 the score becomes right now. The 2 rounds away of picking up the series win here, Meister.
Yeah, I also got to point out though that at the beginning, you know, Pulse could have actually saved his teammate from having that contest, because he actually did get shots on him, but he missed every single one over near those pillars, and
we got the bomb.
You know, then he was able to walk away with that kill. So it was luckily that he managed to clean up the kill at the end. Otherwise, that could have possibly been put on him.
I think the issue was that he thought Sharp was at the back waiting for his mate again, and thought that the mate would actually show up for once.
That is very true. I wasn't sure where that was going at the beginning, and then I realised who the one was telling the joke. So we do have Pistols with the bomb this time, though. 4-0 is the scoreline. 2 Team Damage at the moment. They're playing very slow here, as they did have actually 3 people now getting dropped. As Rainbow's last one alive, he sees 2 in front of him. He gets 2, but he couldn't get that last one that was just sitting at the exact same spot. One more shot would have done it, I believe. But you're about to see here how red Sharp would have gotten, hiding behind his teammate there. A little bit of a meat shield, so to speak, by.
It's a bit of a risky move, obviously, being that close to your teammate. You know, maybe you want to hold hands because your team is just that close, but at the same time, you do have to worry about getting those easy double deaths. You know, you did see Raymond pick up an easy 2-piece. He almost had a 3rd going down as well. Could have got the 4th if the last player was behind him. It could have been an easy ace, and then, you know, could have changed things around. Obviously, though, Supremacy also, not the full team, fully no Supremacy. Of course, damage on that attack now. Sharp with that bomb. Looks like they're going to hit B hard and fast. Quite and quickly, it would seem. Out goes the EMP, it's the concussions. Smoke's trying to come on through as well. There's one player going past Elton on the back of Yellow Turbine. One more in the back, 2-piece now for Pulsar, as he is picked up by his teammate of Sharp, who threw the concussion down on out. It wasn't really that red, but he was a little bit. Now it's I was about to say it's a 1v4, 3 situation. Sorry, Freshie picking up the 2-piece right at the end though. And that is game, set, match, series 1 to the team of Damage, Meister, with a 6-0 there on Meltdown.
Yeah, it was actually two doubles there in that round. You did have the man of Pulse actually playing extremely well, just pushing straight forward into their guts, managing to get 2 kills, and you just had that final one, double shotgun. Why not, they say, as they clean up that one. They're going to take that series, as you mentioned, 6-0 clean sweep, and take it out 2-0 to go to the next round. Now, I'm not too sure who they're playing on next. Well, he's trying to actually find...
Yeah, I don't think they'll be that far ahead yet. Like, obviously,
yeah, they need to wait for their previous match. Team Infinity taking on someone.
Yeah, they'll be taking on someone in D. I'll quickly take you through the scores, though, from that S&D. Freshie on 9-4. We're going to Sharp 4-2. 5-2 for Pulse. The 50s on 5-5. Then for Myth, Pastel 6-6. 4-5 for Dill, sorry. Rainbow 3-6, and then Vanquish 0-6. Vanquish may let your team down there a little bit. Into the losers bracket, Myth team will go. Of course, Damage, as Meister did state, will continue on through in the winners bracket. Now they're pushed on through winners bracket round 3. We'll have to take a bit of a break, though, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to find another game to bring you all today. Again, if you do have a match that's coming up or about to start, and we're pretty much wrapping up at one in the end, be sure to tweet at Mike State, Mike94, and myself at Bioacid, and we'll try and get on in there for you as quickly as possible. But right now, we'll go on the hunt for another match. If you know of one, be sure, like I said, just tweet us, hit us up, let us know straight away, and be sure to get all your results in straight away as soon as your match finishes in the game day thread below. That's where you want to put your results throughout today, or you want to contact one of the admins, of course, that is Cam Deadly and YK Eminence. That is at their Twitters are there, or on Skype, DieCrankCraftDie, or YK Eminence is their Skype. And yeah, just to let them know that your match has been completed and that was the score from your game. But we'll have a bit of a break, as I said. Don't go anywhere, because another match will be coming up in just a moment here for the Adversity Gaming I guess you know, online around number 4 or ODC number 4, Joe, when I look at it, it's number 4. It's a day of COD action here for ANZ Call G.
faster than a midnight train. Somewhere there's such a place where the stars come out to light your face. And we'll leave behind the world in darkness, go where no one's broken hearted. Take off without a trace, neon angels up in wings. I think we're getting closer. Don't stop now. Off the ground, higher than a supernova. Don't look down. Don't run down.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here and we're following with Team Damage. They're up against HEUHEU and they're playing Winners Bracket Round 3 right now. Now, Winners Bracket Round 3 is once again a best of 3 series. We're going to start things off some hard point on standoff here, Mikester. And obviously, just before, we just saw Team Damage pick up a 2-0 series win with a nice hard point and a very convincing 6-0 on the S&D. Do you think the team of HEUHEU will be a bit more of a challenge for them?
We're about to find out, I suppose. I'm not too sure how much they'll be able to compare to the Team Damage side. The Team Damage, from my opinion, they have a lot more experience. But of course, you know, being that unknown sometimes does have its benefits. Being able to surprise these teams, they might not know you, so they might not expect your team's ability coming into this one. But as I say, that Fitzy actually doing a nice couple of shots and gets tags. I actually thought he was able to get that kill over near Kebab. Unfortunately not. The Sharpie is there and he gets naded as well. Pulse currently in top wood, and by 30 seconds just being passed at the moment, 16-1 actually, as the team of HEUHEU actually pushing in, but Sharp getting a nice double kill. But Bobo currently in this one with the shotgun kill on Sharp, straight in the face, putting his face onto the pavement.
Yeah, Bobo's actually rolling with the overkill. Scorpion, Evo, and a Remington. You know, it's not usually the standard overkill you'd probably see in that regards with two primaries, but if it works for you, why not use it? He's rolling his last few little kills here, picking up an extra 25 in that last player that started Charles was Freshie. As you said, you know, these guys are a bit of an unknown factor. You know, Cookie, Bobo, Schemes, and Voxy in their team, and you know, these names I've never heard of before. The sort of implode names sort of do sound familiar-ish. Not too sure why. Maybe it's met them in pub one time, but you know, they might have that X factor. You know, the fact that no one knows about them, they don't know how they're going to play, and their play styles. It's always that risky thing when you come into these sort of games. And you'll see now 40-15 here at Green, the hill's currently located, but HEUHEU do have control. They're contesting it once again with Bobo upstairs, just trying to hold this area down here at Office. And if he can just get those extra points now, they'll also be looking at some streaks. But Sharp, peeking and poking on the staircase, gets the kill, and they managed to clear the hill out just for a moment. But then they just lose it, and HEUHEU back in that lead with that plus 20, and counting as the hill rotates to Grandmas in 15.
Yeah, and speaking back on that X Factor now, I do know a couple of these players individually, but I was referring more to as a team. You know, people like to remember, especially the teams that have been playing for a while, they remember more the amateur teams as their team names rather than individual players. So they might not recognize the team name, and you see it so far. They're leading currently 58-26. They're showing Team Damage what they got, and they're pushing so far into Grannies as Vozzy does an amazing wraparound over on the top. Grannies played that nicely, and their Sheems will take down Sharp, and they're going to get a couple more kills off this one. Looking over onto Drums, trying to shoot through the wall, won't be able to pick off the kill, and his teammates still going to be getting those kills as well.
You know, it would seem the Damage is struggling to get hill control. I noticed Sharp just moments ago as I switched on over to him. I saw him running in towards Grandma's and up the staircase. He actually got wallbanged through the wall and staircase by a Scheem who was out the back there in back alley with that M8A1. I felt very bad for Sharp when that happened because he wouldn't have been expecting it. I know I wouldn't have. Pulse was nice little two-piece there though. They've given up on Grandma's. They know they can't break that hill. With the team of HEUHEU almost getting a full 60 out of that. You've got to give hands props for that one. 104-32 right now. Plus 70 lead for the team of HEUHEU as the Damaged boys did have hill control, but they lose it straight away. HEUHEU just roll on through like a steam train and take over that hill there at Store. They clear it out and they're getting their points back once again. I think that, from the looks of it, Damage sort of came into this one sort of thinking, oh, this will be an easy one, boys, and yeah, they're just getting schooled.
I guess that's one way to look at it, but you know, we do have Chucky here currently outside of Store. Nate's going out right in front of him, won't take him down. He's close to his streaks as well, so he needs to play somewhat to them. He does have one on his left and his right, but he'll get taken down from those boxes area. Pulse and Fitzy doing a nice job to get a kill each and secure that hard point for themselves. Still 14 seconds left on it, so you know they're not really going to be pushing forward on that. As I said, that Chucky actually tries to make a little bit of play on boxes, but he does get taken down. And they should be focusing more on this next hard point and rotate back to the original, and that's exactly what they're doing at the moment. But Fitzy will take the kill on Chucky, and Sheems trying to get a couple of shots off, panics a little bit and misses. And it is 134-56 at the moment. They've got quite a bit of a lead, the team of HEUHEU, but you know, we're about to see if Team Damage can bring things back.
Team Damage are definitely trying to do that there at Courtyard. The hill's located. The Sorceress came on through a lightning strike. Hellstorm, no, he's still able to follow. Bobo's just chilling out, you know, just waiting for these guys to realistically make their way to him. It's going to change over to Voxy. Voxy was the man with that score streak moments ago. He does still have the Hellstorm. His 10 Chucky cleaning up some nice little hill kills there. And now, again, Voxy's actually rolling the overkill himself. He's got the shotgun and an SMG. These guys seem to love that style of overkill. I've honestly never seen it before, the SMG and a Remington combination on a hardpoint. Usually, like I said, you would probably see it with like an assault. I know some players have run it before in a CTF or an SMD, but
I say it
not so
sometimes
much on the hardpoints. Oh, Yemen, fair enough. But yeah, usually I'd see Yemen, for example, I would see the M8A1 followed by the Remington being pulled out when it comes to the Churchill. And if you want to switch over to the M8A1 to look down Long Street there, back towards water tankings. But sharp moments ago, got a big three-piece. Just then Mike Devitt. And the hill currently located there in green. 155 to 88 though at the moment. With the team of Devitt still down, but fighting back into it.
If they manage to get the remainder of this points, they'll only be 20 or so points behind, roughly anyway. Sharp gets taken down by a good nade going over into that top green area, and they do have Fitzy there trying to get a couple of kills in. There's actually two there to contest him. We're pulling back down the stairs. His teammate's actually going to be pushing forward. He doesn't care. He knows he can get those kills. He's confident for it, and apparently that wasn't meant to be, but now it is still contested. Vozzy getting a nice shotgun kill there on Sharp, taking that hard point for himself and getting that 60-odd point lead. At the moment, he does have his Hailstorm. He's close to possibly either resetting it or getting his lightning strike as well, depending on how he went earlier. 6 seconds, of course, remaining in it, and he's getting contested at the moment before it will rotate over to that top granny. He's played it extremely smart there, though, but I'm not too sure if you were watching him, but he backed out, let the opposition actually get that point in for that 1 second, and then as he left, he got back in there to got those 200 points.
I don't think I was sorry. I was on board with Foxy, and it was a very weird occurrence. He was inside a green still. Someone threw a nade from top office into the stairwell. The nade pretty much rolled down every single stair because all I heard was it going ding, 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 and then finally blowing up. Pretty much everything was like a slinky. But you'll see Voxy full streaks right now after being so alive for so long, and I think that'll be a bit of an extra push right now for HEUHEU to come back and obviously continue with their lead they've had for most of the better part of this game here, Mike. So obviously their first two courtyard they sort of didn't control until it pushed a little bit later on, but now they've done a very nice job. Hill will rotate in 10 seconds over the store, and maybe a bit of a listen in just for the last little moments. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think we'll jump on board with the team of... Actually, which team do you want to jump on board with, bud?
Go with HEUHEU because they do have streaks and they are in that league.
Alright, we'll jump on board with them and enjoy it.
Stairs. I'm shaking back gas, don't push it, oh, Chuck, watch out, Chuck, please. No. I'm Hailstorming it again. I'm going top. Oh, they're all back gas, all went into brown. One went top green, I'm pretty sure.
One's blue van weak, two weak on the hill, one pushing up top. Pinches wheel, watch your boxes. Yeah, dude. Shit, I was gonna watch that shit, man. That was too easy, right?
I've got sentry gun from next as well. Should I make this pinch?
Push me, I don't know.
Already bottom brown.
Hold this.
Boxes.
I have a sentry top brown if you have trophies. Chuck some trophies top, I'm dead.
Bottom brown, one choice. Bottom brown. I can't see it, there's smoke everywhere. I'm coming backward.
Hardpoint contested.
Big. What you broken? Kebab.
Hold that.
Reload!
Yeah, Brian, back. Come on, big fuck kills. Two. Two more there. No, just keep it contested, let's go.
Shot out.
Nice, push in, dude, push in.
Stop nading in there!
Wow, I naded fucking over the roof.
Me too.
Don't come back!
Time now. Hardpoint
Come on, they're in it.
They're pushing you!
I will.
Hardpoint
60 down, man.
Another one in.
timeline is in jeopardy. Hardpoint locked down.
Yeah, come to the next.
Hardpoint contested.
I'll go petrol.
Hold this whole thing.
Sticky out!
They're all coming petrol.
Petrol, one more petrol.
Petro down.
Mission clock about to
I'm getting naded. They're coming in. They're gonna
Jump up, down.
Another jumper.
Lightning strike awaiting coordinates.
I'm streaking. Contest it, man. What's going on?
I got it.
We can't win. We held him too long.
It's alright. Alright, we good.
I'll bring it back. My bad. I'll bring it back.
After a solid comeback by Damage there, just not enough in the end. Now, myself and Mike were talking, can they do this? Or getting very close. I think it would have been about 2 seconds shy, though. Obviously, it did get contested right there towards that end, only for a moment. So they may have just only been about 2 seconds shy if they actually held that the whole time. It was a massive comeback there by Damage, but it was already, I guess you would say, no pun intended, the damage was already done by HEUHEU, and they had that leak and held it long enough to get them that victory just there. As we'll take you through the score in regards to both teams, ladies and gentlemen. So for Tui, you got 30 and 26 with 6 and 6 on that capture defends. Vosi's on 30 and 23 with 6 and 3. Sheems is on 27 and 21, sorry, with the 1 defend, no actual captures for his name. And Bobo, 19 and 22 with 5 and 4. Then over to the team damage team, Pulse is on 32 and 19. Massive game for Pulse, but they still managed to not actually get the victory there with 7 and 7. Yeah, Fitzy on 27 and 24 with 5 and 7. 21 and 31 for Sharp with 3 and 7. Then 12 and 32 for Freshie with 6 and 4. So Freshie's not best game so far today. Obviously, we saw him earlier with that with the 2-0 they had a victory, but obviously now that game there with that hard point on standoff, not their best game there, Meister. But heading into S&D now, hopefully we'll see something a bit different, and we'll maybe see the team of Damage's S&D style come back in after we saw their meltdown win earlier. They're hoping to maybe pick up a win here on Ray. We might be able to see our first CTF on the day. Sorry.
That's exactly right. I'm actually fairly confident that Team Damage might be able to take out this S&D just from their performance from the last one. Now, they might not be 6-0, but I definitely think they'll be able to take it out and then force a capture the flag into play. And it'll be actually good to see a capture the flag early on, of course, being the third map in a best of 3. You don't normally see a lot of these game types, apart from our last ODC that we casted by. Nearly every one of those matches went to the final one. But we might see that happen again. Teams are just going back to their party chat. Then the host will, of course, start it up. But it will be Raid. Search and Destroy. And it's starting up now, Bio. But, I'm confident Team Damage could take it out, force a map 3. But all the team of HEUHEU needs to do would be just to play the way they did on that hard point.
It would be indeed. So we'll just see what's going to happen now as the match will progress on in. Quick look at the brackets there. Matches are getting played out throughout the day. And just having a look at the scores. Obviously some matches have been happening. There has been some forfeits there as well. Maybe teams not showing up or whatnot. But onto the attacking team we go into. We're going to see the schemes. MA 1 in hand trophy as well. The trophies, though, multiple trophies out here at the B-bomb side actually. There's also a smoke up there, so I'm going to be thinking someone's got a Jill band down at some stage. Freshie's picking up Vosi though to start the round off. It's really picked up Freshie to tie it back up. 3 players left here for each team. Shots outside of Black Van though out wide. Juicy's going to push on that, trying to find the player who's just challenging inside the columns and pillars at middle connection. Bobo picked up 50. Sharp takes down Sheems, and then after 2v2 as Juicy and Bobo is up against Pulsar and Sharp here with 2 players of the attacking team at ring.
Yeah, Team Damage side actually have 1 in red and 1 all the way back at tile, so they need to be careful. And that is Pulsar at back tile. You've got Sharp over near mid now as he's rotating over to Pillars. Bomb will be going down over on this B bomb site, and he'll get shot in the back there by Pulse. Huge job by him, but now Bobo is the last one alive. He enters into Pillars, and he needs to be careful here, as he might look to maybe go for this B plant or just rotate around. Now he will be pushing forward, gets shot in the back from red, and will get taken down. That's Team Damage first round for this SD. Of course, first round just being played out. We're about to see it on the round ending kill cam from Sharp's perspective. Missed a couple shots early on, but still able to clean up the kill. And just like that, that's the first round done and dusted.
Into the next round we will head on into, and of course that is Damage on the attack now. And the boys from HEUHEU on the defense. I'm going to head on over with Freshie though. It was seen that the 50 man is the actual one with the carrot with the bomb. That's Freshie heading up high. DSR 50 Remington overkill to go with that. Now he's not using dual band at all, so can't see through that smoke, of course. His teammates are hitting that ball hard and fast. It's going to be Pulse picking out 1 kill on schemes. Pulse is then getting dropped by Vossi afterwards. So now it's a 3v3 once again in the round. So Freshie's on that flank watch there, Mike. So we'll change it over to someone else perhaps. Fitzy. He got that bomb down. He's watching mid connection stairs. No one's inside a Tiki though. Usually would see a player pushing it up into towards Tiki, but it would seem that the time's going to tick on away, and he's got to make a play for this bomb.
They definitely do, and we do have jump forward with them as they need to be the ones going for that defuse. Now we do have his teammate right there. That's Vozzy. Actually gets a nice double there, but he will actually get taken down from that top bedroom. As 1v1 remains. Freshie taking on Chucky, and Chucky needs to go for this bomb defuse. He might be trying to be a little bit sneaky, but Freshie doesn't know he's there. Drops it, and Freshie able to clean up the kill with the scope to make it 2-0. It's huge plays by him, and we're about to see. I swapped onto him last second because I was confident he'll be able to get the kill, but you're about to see it again for the full duration. Just shoots him in the groin. Why not? To clean things up, being a little bit classy as well. 2-0 the score becomes to the team of Damage.
If you call being shot in the groin classy, I'd hate to see what you call dirty. As into the third round, we head on the way, and Vozzy with the bomb this time. He's wrong with the A94 with the mm scanner on top. It's a bit of a different combination. He's going to chill around here at wide van. His teammate there as well. Trove systems all out, of course. One side inside of mid, actually. And there's one player across on open stairs as well. Pulse pops on back out. Picks up Vozzy very easy with the burst fire. M8A1. You know, she's watching Zigzag there. It's chilling inside a little water pool. Trying to stay nice and cool at the same time. Julie will pick up Fitzy in the background. 3v3 remaining here in the round now, Meister. As Bobo does that bomb, and he needs to try and get the plan happening. He picks up a two-piece on Pulsar and Sharp, and there's a third. We're chugging on Freshie. And the round goes to the team of HEUHEU. Now it's 2-1, but still plenty of rounds to come.
That's exactly right. You're about to see the round did the kill cam there, but we already saw it on your screens. We had a nice double kill from his teammate there as well, Streams. And you know, that's 2-1 at the moment. That's the first round so far in this S&D, but the beauty of S&D, you can come back regardless of the scoreline, as long as you haven't lost already. Now we do have the attacking round of Team Damage. Bomb carrier will be Pulse, but you know, we'll see what he can do at the beginning. He's actually going to the mid with the scope, and he's able to get the first kill on Vozzy. That was huge plays there by him, bringing the numbers advantage to him and his team. Now shots going off from top red as well. We won't be able to pick off a kill as of yet, but as we see by the mini-map, there's actually one in laundry, one just watching over that kitchen side, and one on poolside. It's just watching that A area. Now the team of Team Damage, they need to go for this bomb plant eventually. They need to be the ones to make something happen. Of course, Pulse is there, but he doesn't want to go for that plant if someone's going to shoot him in the back, but he's going to be going for it anyway. Smoke's going to be going for the cover, and his teammates are just trying to provide cover. But there is actually one in mid that they need to be careful of. Needs to turn around maybe, but no, he's going to be pushing straight forward to Tiles and Bio. That's 2 down. That is a 2v2 situation. Bobo and Chucky taking on Fitzy and Sharp.
Yeah, Chucky's put some shots in the ring. Player inside. 50 picks up Bobo though. So now it's Chucky all by his little line lonesome. As he comes outside the black van, one to his right hand side. Knows he's there, trying to stay alive behind the van. Pushes out. Sharp will take him down though. M8A1. And that is the round. 3-1 now for the team of Damage. Being on that extra 2-round lead, they're going to be very happy with that, obviously. They did it originally, after losing the last round, though. They're going to try to hit that 6. We might be able to see the CTF come in later on. The Slums map, of course, is the one that they'll play it out on if it comes down to it. There's still plenty of rounds to come, of course, though. So we'll have to see what's going to happen in that time. Over to Skins we go. He is rolling with the M8A 1mm scanner. And it looked like he was going to push Zigzag. He made burst fire. Kitchen decides against it, though. His teammates all pushing a hard A. So all players heading up to this A bomb site right now. They've got to hit that bomb site hard and fast, quick and clean if you want to try and take it over. Sharp picks up one though, puts some shots out there, connections. He's finding Sheens with a couple of bursts, doesn't pick him up in regards to killing though. Sharp then finds Vozzy. Now it's a 4v2, shots again coming here. Shugi gets picking up Sharp there, Mike, so it becomes a 3v2 situation. One at A stairs though. And Fitzy and Freshie pick up the last 2 kills on Scheme and Chugi. They get a 3-round lead for Damage right now, and they're 2 rounds away from picking up an S&D victory and forcing this to game number 3.
That's exactly right, and you can definitely see the Team Damage's S&D experience just so far into this one. You know, they're playing extremely dominant. It is 4-1 at the moment. They need 2 more rounds, and it is going to be their attacking round up next. We do have the scores currently looking at 5-3 for both Sharp and Freshie. Pulse on 4-3 and 3-3 for Fitzy for the team of HEUHEU. We do have Chucky 5-4, 3-5 for Fozzy, and Sheems with 2-4, same with Bobo. Yeah, we did have a couple of shots being fired early on. One pick off a kill at the moment. We do have, of course, the bomb being picked up by Pulse yet again, as he's currently in red. We do have for the opposing team, you have one in mid, one in A stairs, one in kitchen, and one just watching at that back tiles area, getting a couple of shots off. We'll be able to get the kill there on Sharp, and they now know he's there, and they're trying to get a couple of shots off as well. They won't be able to connect. Bomb will actually go down as Pulse gets taken down by Bobo. Shots being fired over next to that back alley over the laundry, and Bobo will actually get taken down by Freshies. That's a 3v2 situation. Still a team with HEUHEU in the lead. But Fitzy trying to stay alive as he enters into laundry. Will get taken down now. Freshie, the last one live, a 1v3 situation. Will he be able to do it? Gets the first kill on Vozzy, but gets taken down on the side.
There's that semi-automatic sniper rifle coming in there from Schemes, and you're taking down Freshie, of course, you said. 4-2. The score now changes on over to the 2-round difference is back in play. As you'll see at the replay here. Not a fan of that semi-auto sniper, really not. But, you know, obviously players are going to use it if it's there available for them. 6 rounds gone, 7th round about to start things up in just a moment here, ladies and gentlemen. As I change over to the attacking team once again. Chuggy this time, though. See what he's going to do for us. MSMC in hand, not rolling any extra for that. Looks like he's got the smoke and the frag as well. So he'll be trying to pick up some easy kills and trying to use that smoke, obviously, as a bit of cover. As you hear multiple smokes going out, actually. And looks like they're going to try and hit that bomb. They're actually going for the plant, though, very early off. She's pick up Pulse, though, to start the round. One player at the back of Laundry, tags heavily on that staircase. Goes for the Hail Mary nade, up high and low. Sees one back to right-hand side, a little jungle there. Still waiting for that nade to blow up. Must have been a trophy at the back, though. As it now becomes a 2v2 here in the rounds. With one player inside of Laundry, he knows he's there. One player back in mid, though. Sharp comes on out to pick up the 2-piece. 5-2, the score becomes now, Mike. So a very big round there for damage, as they put themselves 1 round away from picking up the S&D win.
That's exactly right. You see here Sharp getting that nice double, just going wrapping around behind them. And even though his team looks to be in a bad spot, he was able to pull through for them. And they're 1 round away now from taking this one out, forcing a capture the flag, and then going on from there. And it is their attacking round by. They might be able to make it happen just from this if they make the right play. Now the bomb will get picked up, this time by Sharp. And they're actually going to be going for this A-side push. We do have one actually watching the mid as well. And, you know, for the opposing team, there is actually one in money, one on wheelbarrow. Pulse will take down Chucky straight off the bat, though, as you do have tags as well from the nades that they chucked on earlier. Sharp will be going for this bomb plant. One is trying to contest them at the moment, as Fitzy will take him down and save his teammate. The bomb will go down, and that is now a 3v2 situation. The 3 in favor of team damage, who needs to make something happen, or they'll go into that CTF. Now we do have Sheems with the scope over near basketball and Bobo over near kitchen. We do have Fitzy getting taken down and brings it back to a 2v2.
Change inside, Tiki this there, as this up 50 in hand, up high, one in bedroom, puts a shot up there, can't get in though. One player open stairs, shots come out, Sharp picks up the 1. Bobo now just actually that bomb, decides to challenge Sharp. On the hunt for him, not too sure where he's gone. He's running around behind him right now, coming out of money. He's pushed down to his right behind Tiki, it would seem, and he pushes pretty much the whole circle. Sharp is running around one massive circle there on that round, but it doesn't really matter. First he'll pick up the kill. 6-2, the score becomes 4 rounds. The difference will end up. But damage, pick up the S&D victory, that's all they cared about. And now they push it into a 3rd and final map of CTF on Slums. And it's the first CTF of the day, so we're hoping it's going to be a good one to bring out that scoreboard for you all in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take you through the total kills, deaths, obviously, for each player here in this S&D. Total of 8 rounds were played, though, so yeah, it's still a good S&D. Obviously, more rounds than what damage played in their last S&D there on that meltdown. They picked up that 6-0 earlier. But 9-4 for Sharp. Freshies on 9-4 as well, following closely. 4-6 for Fitzy, and then Pulse is on 5-6. And for the opposite team of HEUHEU, going to Chucky on 6-6, 5-6 for Sheems. Vosey's on 5-8, and then 4-6 for Bobo. So final game time coming up in just a moment here, Mike. So we'll have to go for a listen. I think for the CTF side of things, as we typically do, and just see how their comms go. Obviously, we had a listen during the hard point. Comms very good from both teams, and hopefully it's going to be a very close CTF matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll jump on board Team Damage up first for our listening, assuming they actually go into game chat. We do have the host already in game chat, but we need the teams. You might need the Bioacid International symbol of come to game chat to come out in this first capture the flag.
I'm on it. There's Shuggy. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Here comes the rest of them. Come on. They're talking. I can see them talking. There they are.
There we go. It always works for you.
It does. It does. Everyone knows it.
It's okay. At least people know it though, as you should enter into that podcaster mode now. Whenever you're ready. to rejoin us in the.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just actually taking a photo for the Snapchat people out there who are having on Snapchat. Just gotta add them on there. You know, if you have Snapchat, want to add me? I think it's just Bioacid, probably Biohigh-Acid. I can't remember. Can't remember mine.
Just try all of them and see which one works.
Yeah, just Snapchat anyone on Snapchat.
Sharp tweeting, playing COD hungover is not a good idea. So it always happens to at least a couple of people in these ODCs. They're normally on a Sunday, a big night out for the Saturday.
At least you got that extra half an hour break though.
True. That is very true. But I think we'll jump into the listening with the team damage side, and then we'll swap over at the 2.5 minute mark. So enjoy, and we'll be back in the second half.
2 through mid, 2 through mid, 2 through mid.
Pushing it, yeah, it's still there. One stack. It's just laying there, to the left of grave. Just hold it.
Another kill. There's one of Mech. He's at the white van, he's not pushing up.
Another one blue. Wait, meet the other team. I can fucking hear him. It's fucked.
You can hear him when you kill him.
Hold, pulse at you. I'm coming into stat with...
Going blue. Blue weak, blue, 2 blue.
He pulled back.
Yeah, 1 blue again, still weak.
He's still outside blue, he's outside blue.
Blue down, another one coming in.
Another one outside blue, another one still outside blue. It's Chucky outside blue.
Oh, he's in blue.
Wait, this guy down.
What? On stat.
Oh, he's tagged really bad. He's just holding.
Go back.
Hold, shot. Hold.
I think I might have pushed out blue side.
Yeah, they have. They pushed down blue side.
He's in grave, he's tagged.
There was a stun tag at white van.
It's clear. There's one down there.
Blue down.
I'm gonna push your shot.
Let's go.
Three.
Last got yellow.
Down.
3 down still, 3 down still. Hold it.
Let me get on that play, guys. There's one in the back right hand side.
Oh, one shot the red poncho. Cop.
Enemy flag.
Filling Mems, 2.
There's one guy on blue side, you're the last one.
Rotate, pulse, there's 2.
Turn their flag.
Hey, rotate. They're pushing mech.
Stun it if you can, just stun it if you can.
He's in grave.
Now move. Red van.
He's weak there, man.
Another one. Hold. Big. That's you. All of you. He's tagged.
Hostiles have taken our flag.
Oh, they spawned there. Shit, I pulled out.
Hostiles have returned their flag.
I'll get some map control, play for streak, let's go.
If we don't let him get a flag,
Also right side, Biggs.
He's one shot.
One grave now. Watch it.
Take grave, push it out. Good shit, let's go.
Watch the blue, you have to watch blue, focus blue. You have to hold that. I can't see anyone crossing yet. Yeah, but you have to hold it. One's going grave.
We're gonna win this, boys, just now. Like, we can win this map.
Yeah, there's no one in grave. I didn't get it.
Grave now.
One shot.
2 bricks, 2 push 3 bricks right now.
Chalks.
Make the flag, boys.
Get ready for that spawn chat. Be careful. It's gonna be real.
I didn't
Hostiles have taken our flag.
There's one double D.
Big kill, let's go.
Our flag
Get
has
them all
been
down.
taken.
Hit that and pull that flag. Hit that and pull that
Barrier
flag.
is down. We have the enemy flag. Our flag is back at base.
Go. I'm lagging, dude.
Nice hose.
Lagging.
Yeah, because we get the advantage and then they pull the fucking shit on us like that. Come on, man. I got mid.
Let's go.
We're winning this fight.
Let's go.
We've captured the enemy flag.
One shot, supremacy sharp. Right. I'm there.
Oh my god, choke shot.
Top stat, just stay up now, stay up. Rotate back to flag.
This is a terrible host, bro. Stay alive on flag.
Down to left.
Bricks.
Dude,
Coming to flag.
Our flag has been taken.
Oh my
Shit, I got
lord.
down.
Why are we not rotating back to our flag, man?
Check your timeline.
let's go.
That was so soft.
Get that. Don't let him break this. Don't let him fucking...
Be advised,
No,
the
wait,
hostiles
yeah.
have captured our flag. Hostiles have
Yeah,
taken
they
our
rolled back to the
flag.
middle.
Our flag has been
alright.
returned.
I got it, it's alright.
They can still pull it, rotate back.
They can't
Enemy
now.
flag acquired. Gun down.
Go, Chucky, go,
Play
Chucky.
for streaks, play for streaks, play for streaks, play for streaks.
We dropped our flag. Hostile flag returned.
There's one still on that cop.
It's a draw. Stand down.
After a solid first half, we see one cap apiece for both teams, so we're hoping to see a very close second half. Now, you may have noticed a bit of a lag spike there during the game. It happened to everyone in the game, not just the player, not just like the Xbox lag or anything like that. It was actually just a lag spike, but it fixed itself up really nicely, and they still got the cap in, so no one was really affected in the long run. So Bobo, starting things off with him for the second half. He's rolling with the AN94 as his two teammates are choking and Ski's going to push down left-hand side past Mechanic to Memorial, I would say. And these guys are just going to try and get middle map control to start the round off. And get maybe a flag pulled early off. Those of you will pick up Freshy there. They've got two down. Going 2-1 pushing with smokes around. Juggy picks up Fitzy as well. They're just going to pick up one more kill and they'll be able to get a flag run happening. There's Bozy on Sharp. Schemes is on the spawn flank. And he's picked up a two-piece off that respawn by Freshy and Pulse. A beautiful start to the second half right now with that spawn trap going down nicely. And a score streak coming out of the middle of nowhere. Oh! Blown up in the middle of the air. Not getting it all though. Shuggy picks up the two-piece. They should be able to recover that flag monster and still keep it going.
And lightning strike going in. They will take down Chucky. And Schemes is still trying to sit there at that cop car area at Coffee House, and he will get taken down. Was he now the last one alive? Manages to take Fitzy off that flag and does have it in his possession, but he will get taken down yet again. Can Chucky hold it off? No, he can't. And it will get back a return. That was an extremely nice play there from the team damage side.
Massive recovery. If they didn't have those streaks that were done sharp, you'd have saved your team from getting capped on during that half there, mate. So you'll see he has a sentry gun still to be used here, so you've got to keep an eye out for that as well. Obviously, you'll see the score was one apiece at the end of the first half. For some reason, it's not just carried over there in the second half, so that's why you're maybe seeing that there. But Sharp is shooting sort of blue right there for the better part. Pulse was inside of mid up there, a statue looking at all his graves. He's one player push on through. It was Bozy, he took out very easily there. That one at the back, he tries to try and challenge for that one. He has retreated though. And that is both chill for the moment. As if Sharp pushes out, he's being picked up there by a broken wall or half wall. There's two players now challenging near him here. As Damage are pushing up right now, they go three down here, Mike, so that they can get it set up for a flag run. They got one player pushing up, it's Fitzy. He's near that flag and away he'll go.
That was actually a team down for a moment. They are spawning over on that dump side now. They will take out Sharp, who was over near blue. They're going to be pushing that way as well. And Pulse will actually now get taken out as well. So they're going through blue, they're going through mid. One will get taken down. We've got Fitzy over on Copcar Street, who will take down one, but the flag will get picked up by Sheems. And they need to get that flag returned. They're going to be running straight through into blue now. They got one of the members of Team Damage actually in Mechanic as well. So at the moment, it is a little bit of a standoff. He got Pulse in the Mechanic waiting for them. And if he plays it right, he might be able to get this flag cap for his flag return for his team. But you know, they were chucking those EMPs up for us. Then they know he's there, and they will be expecting him. Smoke's going to be going out though. The flag carrier is actually all the way over near dump. And Pulse, he's going to be waiting on this back fountain.
He's been a bit sneaky here. They have seen him though. He's been challenged. There it is there. Chuggy taking him down. The sentry gun by Sharp was also used just on their flag point. Now, which that's going to help them in regards to the defending style. You will see that Sharp actually has the flag now back there in the car park. A player is at Cafe from the opposition team of here there. Schemes does have flag still here at back fountain. So right now it's a bit of a settle down and things have slowed down a little bit. So the stalemate situation has come into effect as both players are currently away. First team to get that flag returned will be very happy. As you'll see, there's Bobo for two-piece, and there it is. Nice little turnaround right afterwards as well by Schemes to pick up the kill after getting that flag cap. And they'll take the leads now. 1-0 here in the second half, full-time score of 2-1.
Yeah, unfortunately, the man of Pulse, he didn't play that one smart. He actually wrapped around through the back of fountain. If he actually went straight to the front and actually got a couple shots off, I believe he would have been able to get that flag return. Or get the kill and possibly the flag return as well. But because he went around, he couldn't see the flag carrier, and let him cap the flag. That is 2-1. As you mentioned, the settings aren't carrying over the scores, so hopefully I can get fixed up in future stuff. But it is 2-1 as you mentioned. But we do have a couple of shots going in this mid now as well. Team Damage actually do have 3 down. Freshly the last one live. Sharps' sentry gun will take down Vozzy. 55 seconds remaining in this one. We do have Chucky getting taken down. Nate going over into Mechanic as well. As Bobo will take down Freshy. Sharp will take him down as well. But with 40 seconds remaining, the team of Damage, they're getting desperate. This is the final map, so whoever takes this half out will take the overall series. And by 30 seconds remaining, will Team Damage be able to pull something out?
We'll have to find out. Here come some situations. Obviously, Damage do have to make a very hard push for this flag. It's their last ditch effort chance right now. 20 seconds remaining. They're not really set up. They do have 2 pushing through Mechanics. They need to get these kills. They get taken down though, and that'll be, if there's last player on an open streak cannot pick up a 4-piece and get this flag run, that's going to be game set match in that regards, and it looks to be the case. Flag cannot be run now. Not enough time left. So Damage will be done and dusted, and it would seem that HEUHEU's going to pick up the series 2-1 there, Meister. So obviously, bit of an unknown team, and coming in and taking out that victory, they'll be very happy with that. Pushing down now Damage into the losers bracket, and HEUHEU will progress on through, obviously taking on the winner of Audacity and Enhanced Eminence. Quickly looking at the brackets there now, nothing else really been updated as of yet for the round 4. Of course, round 4 we see a best out of 5 series first come into effect, so just keep an eye on that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take you through the overall KD ratios as the score will now update. Of course, it was 2-1 in the end in regards to captures, as that first half was 1-1 apiece. But a solid CTF match for those two teams. You'll see Chugi on 22 and 16 there. Shanks on 22 and 13, 18 and 19 for Vosy, and then Bobo on 17 and 16. 13 and 23 for Pulses, Freshies on 17 and 23, 21 and 12 so for Sharp. So Sharp going a positive 9, but still, they get the victory there. 50s on 13 and 21. So, a good game there, Meister, in the end in regards to that CTF and the overall series score. Like we said, 2-1 to the team of HEUHEU. They're going to push on through from the winners bracket round 4 now, and putting the team of Damage down to that losers bracket, but we'll have to take a bit of a break, I think, and go find another match.
That's exactly right. We'll have a short break. I think we have a next match lined up. We have to wait for them to finish anyway, depending on which way that turns out. But we'll take a quick break, as you mentioned. We'll come back soon. So don't go anywhere, and remember to use the hashtag AvTR4, which is the official hashtag for this event, and get tweeting while we take a short break.